Edgar Berlanga versus Jason Quigley. Good matchup. Right away when I heard about the fight, I liked the fight. You know what I mean? I thought Quigley would definitely be a sturdy opponent. Especially for Berlanga coming off of a year layoff, a year and 2 weeks. You know what I mean? He looked good. I can say, uh, really good start to the fight. I felt like Quigley did a good job keeping his distance, staying behind his jab, trying to pick his shots. You know what I mean? But Berlanga is hot headed and he coming to get the knockout. So he made his presence known within the round, but didn't find his man until the third round. Got a knockdown in the third, found another knockdown in the fifth, and it was crazy because in between those times of getting knocked down, Quigley was doing a good job. He was boxing real good, picking his shots real good, but just could never get the upper hand in the fight. I felt like he definitely won some rounds, but you know what I mean, he just couldn't get over on Berlanga. Berlanga, to me, is a puncher, but not yet the best predator, but a good puncher. I don't think he's the biggest puncher, but I think what he needs to work on is being more of a predator. And what I mean by that is cutting the ring off, getting to the body, working more behind his jab, short hand movement, finding good angles. It was interesting to me when he got the second knockdown. He found a real good angle off the jab. He shot his jab. He slipped inside. He turned a short left uppercut and brought the right hand over top, like kind of like an overhand form. I think if he operates like that, he gets the job done a lot of times. You know what I mean? When he's setting the shots up. When he's setting the shots up, it's almost hard to get away from him because, his size. He got good size on him. But Quigley showed great spirit. I believe we will see Quigley again in another good fight at 168 pounds. Berlanga, definitely will see him in a good fight at 168 pounds. He managed to get 4 knockdowns. That kind of, you know what I mean? They locked the fight in for him for sure. The last 2 knockdowns was in the 12th round. I like what I saw especially coming off of a layoff. He showed me he had his reflexes as far as reacting was real good. You know what I'm saying? What the times I remember like in the 8th round he was being greedy. He was looking to land a big hook and he got caught with a good uppercut and the left hook from Quigley. Things like that he has to worry about and clean up. But he was also honest about his performance. He gave himself a C when it came to the grade. I thought he did a little better than a C. I would give him a B minus because one thing I noticed too, he fought a strong 12 rounds. He didn't get winded at all to me. It looked like he was, feeling good the whole fight. It looked like he was in real good shape. You know what I mean? And there is going to be a little rust to shake when you're coming off of a year and some change. And then you come back and fight a 12-rounder. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you fighting a 6 or 8 round fight. Fighting a 12-rounder at championship level. So, you know what I mean? It's to be expected that you look a little off, you know what I mean, at times. But like I said, if he work behind his jab more, he find that body a lot earlier where he could slow these guys' legs down, I think he could definitely do some damage. I do think he a little high on his own power. You know what I mean? I think he, should focus more on just setting guys up in boxing, placing his shots. I believe if he would have went to the body a little more with Quigley, he would have stopped Quigley. But he was looking for the headshot. He was head hunting a lot. I really only remember see him go to the body maybe about 5 times throughout the whole fight. At 168 pounds, on that level, you need to be working the body more. I mean, really on any level of boxing, but especially in fights like this where you in there with a for sure boxer. Quigley, I felt like was concerned about the power and was more so just trying to score instead of really just believing in his boxing ability and letting his hands go. I've seen Quigley in camps earlier in his career. He's a really good boxer when he wants to be, you know what I mean? And I felt like he tried to show that, but, you know what I mean, he was more concerned about getting cracked by Edgar Berlanga, which I understand because when you in there with a puncher, you don't want to get knocked out. You know what I mean? You don't want to get knocked out at all, but, you know what I mean, when you in there with a puncher, you definitely second-guessing it. I felt like Quigley could have did a little bit more, but at the same time, I understand why not. Also, Berlanga mentioned fighting Jaime Munguia. I think that would be a banger. I think they need to make that fight. That would be a great fight for both fighters, and that would let us know a lot about both fighters because it'll be 2 young, hungry dogs getting in there with each other, at the height of their careers. You know what I mean? Especially because Jaime Munguia need a fight like that and Edgar Berlanga need a fight like that. You know what I mean? That would definitely put them in the races with the top guys. For sure. Even though they are considered top guys, but I think that'll definitely have them in the mentions. We would talk about them a lot more. I'm looking forward to seeing both from both fighters. It was a great performance, all in all. You know what I mean? You got to give it up to Berlanga and you got to give it to Quigley, because Quigley fought a good fight. I'm Greg Hackett. You can get with me at Greg Hackett 86 on Instagram, Greg Hackett 215 on Twitter, Greg Hackett on Facebook. I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you.